The Golden State Warriors are in trouble. LeBron James is talking trash now. When have you ever seen LeBron James talk trash? And this is not the first time that LeBron has blocked Curry. He's been blocking Curry in these last few games. He looked at Curry with that mean mug. Wow, that gif, that meme. What do you think he said to Steph Curry? It looked like he said something like, "You ain't the MVP, baby." He completely disrespected Steph Curry. He looked right at Steph Curry, right in his eyes, and made the funniest face you will ever see talking trash. And LeBron does not talk trash. The Golden State Warriors are in trouble. Steph Curry was so frustrated that he got ejected from the game. He fouled out of the game. He got a technical. They threw him out of the game. When have you ever seen Steph Curry get angry like that? When have you ever seen Steph Curry get ejected? Curry had a terrible game. All the fouls that he committed were just so silly. The only foul that wasn't really silly was when he did steal the ball. He did strip the ball from Kyrie, but at the same time, he fouled him as well. He had his hand all over his body, his upper body, as he's swinging in for the steal. That steal attempt is too risky. When you have 4 fouls, you can't make an attempt like that. That's the kind of steal you go for when you're not in foul trouble. When you're in foul trouble, you got to keep your hands back. You just got to move your feet. You can't allow yourself to get that foul. And Draymond Green was not himself tonight. He came back from the suspension and he was not aggressive. He was scared to initiate contact. They were settling for jump shots. They're getting nothing in the paint. See, normally the Warriors, yeah, they take bad shots. They take a lot of threes, but they get into the paint as well. So they have a pretty balanced attack. Most of it is outside, but they're attacking. They're getting layups and dunks. But this game, everything was on the perimeter. And that is a bad sign. They are settling for jump shots. And now the Cavaliers are running the whoever offense on Steph Curry. They're involving him in pick and rolls. They're forcing him to switch. And honestly, he should just never switch. When they run that pick and roll, just run back to your guy. Even if you leave whoever's on the ball open for a second, you have to do that. You cannot switch because you're going to get in foul trouble. He got some of his fouls fooling around in that switching situation, trying to step out temporarily, bumping. He doesn't need to do that. He needs to stay away from that. He needs to hide. He needs to hide himself on defense. He cannot afford to get into foul trouble. And then to add insult to injury, Andre Iguodala is now injured. He tweaked his back in this game. This is bad. Not only is Bogut out, Bogut's out for the rest of the playoffs. He's gone. They're missing him. They really need him now. But now Iggy looks like he's not going to be 100%. He might play. He'll play. I mean, he was playing tonight. He was trying. He was forcing himself, even though you could see he was limping around. He's a fighter. He's tough. But that version of Iggy is not the version that can do anything to LeBron. So now we head to the Super Bowl of basketball, Game 7. Anything can happen. Anybody could have a bad game. Maybe shots don't fall at home. Maybe they do. But you know both teams are going to be extremely, extremely nervous. The nerves are going to be flying. The last Game 7 that we had was the Heat and the Spurs. And that Game 7, both teams were so jittery. If you remember in the clutch, Tim Duncan missed a layup. Normally he would make that layup. He missed the layup. It was a close game, but things like that are going to happen. And right now the Cavs are getting easy buckets. The Warriors are settling for tough shots. The only thing that they have going for them right now, obviously they're at home. That's why you have a regular season like that. You're at home, but you're 73-9. You set a record, and that record means nothing if you can't finish it off. And that's in the back of their mind. Choking is in the back of their mind. The Cavs have nothing to lose here on the road. They were not supposed to even be in this situation. The series should have been over in 5. Draymond Green, if he didn't get suspended, if he was there, I believe they win right then and there in Game 5. Another positive is that in the second half of this game, they started trapping Kyrie on his pick and rolls. That allowed them to get back into the game temporarily, but all the Cavs have to do is run the pick and roll with Kyrie and LeBron. Let LeBron set the pick, or let Kyrie set the pick for LeBron, and then they can't do that. And they're in the same situation that they don't want to be, trying to defend, all these players attacking, slashing. We will witness greatness on Sunday. We're in for a fantastic ending to this series. And it's crazy to think that all LeBron has to do is have one more good game. If he shows up and dominates the game, takes over the game, his Cavaliers can win the championship on the road. That's all he has to do. It's easier said than done, especially on the road. But with Iggy with that back problem, Bogut not being there, if LeBron James is truly great, he's gonna get it done. If not, we're never gonna hear the end of this. So technically, a lot of his screens are illegal screens, but the way that he does them, he's not moving on the initial contact. It's after they already bump into him. Then when you try to go around, he then moves again, and you're allowed to move after. It's very tricky. It's kind of like Kevin Garnett. Garnett was the same way. He would set the